Storm fans, thanks for joining us today for this special edition of Storm Sounds, as we are joined today by head women's basketball coach Bob Booher as he prepares for his first round GLIAC tournament game at Michigan Tech University Wednesday night. Bob, thanks for joining us.
Hey, it's great to be here, Kyle, and having to talk about this situation.
Well, the last time we talked was in the preseason. You were optimistic about the team, definitely were expecting improvement, but coming off a 3-win season in 2010, 2011 to this year, 16-10, going to the playoffs as the 5th seed in the GLIAC tournament. Tell us a little bit about how we ended up here.
Well, I think, the key last year, which we had talked about, was injuries and oftentimes inexperience in our first year in the GLIAC, not knowing what to expect, not being prepared for the travel, that type of thing. And as a result, just anything that probably could have, I don't want to say gone wrong, but anything that could have worked against us last year worked against us. And in spite of only winning 3 games and only 2 in the conference, we did a great job preparing for the whole year, from start to finish. And I think the experience of going through it the first time made a big difference leading into this season.
So you mentioned a couple of injuries and a few additions. 2 real key senior additions to this team this season. Alyssa Wagers, who came back from a injury suffered that wiped out her entire last season, and then Kate Cianchetti, a senior transfer, something a little different, that is in her final year here, but it's really made a big impact. Tell me a little bit about those 2 players.
Well, both of them came out of Stowe High School and played in the state championship final their senior years. And Alyssa has always been for us a go-to type player that not necessarily going to score big points, but is going to go get you a big basket when you need it, going to hit you the foul shot. She's our career free throw shooting leader. She's one of our top rebounders in the history of the school, and she's just an on-the-floor force when it comes to both offense and defense and the things we do in both ends of the floor. Kate Cianchetti, remarkable young guard, really not a point guard in high school, was an off guard, and we've kind of thrust her into more of a point guard role in a situation where she's got to run the offense and do that, and she stepped up, especially in the second half of the season. She hit a couple game-winning shots, a couple big shots at halftime to give us momentum going into the second half, and we've been very blessed to have both those 2 Stowe Bulldogs with us, and becoming Lake Erie Storm members.
So we talk about those 2 seniors, really a senior-laden team in general. You have 8 seniors, including really 6 of the 8 rotational players that have seen a lot of minutes this season. How beneficial has it been this season to have such a veteran team, and then how do you think that's going to benefit you going into this tournament?
Well, I think having a veteran team can offer different things for you. The fact that our team is veteran, as having gone through this before, as far as playing in the GLIAC, playing Division II now, and having played together for 4 years, that makes a big difference. We're still very intense, but I think one of the things that really the veteran leadership and the veteran attitude has is the fact that we've had a number of games this year where we've come out, we haven't shot the ball well. For whatever reason, we've dropped behind in double-digit numbers in the first half, and we've even been there 14, 15 points down the second half, yet we find a way to come back with defensive pressure, with making clutch shots, and a lot of that is definitely the fact that you've been on the floor for 4 years, and you're not necessarily unfamiliar with those kind of situations. So I think that senior leadership, really the veteran aspect makes a big difference. Having Stephanie Rogers in the middle, blocking shots, getting steals, at times, almost, I don't want to say she's a guaranteed double-double, but every night we go out there, she has the ability to score in double figures and get double figures in rebounds. And to me, to have her at the one spot, to have Wagers at the power forward, both of them capable of double figures in rebounds, and that, makes a big deal of difference. Jen Kaola, when she was out with her concussion during the middle of the season, those 3 or 4 games really affected our offense, our ability to knock down outside shots. That other leader that doesn't necessarily always come through offensively, is not one of our offensive threats. Although there's been a couple games she's had, big games to hit big shots. Britt Busen has done a remarkable job working and shutting down other teams' leading scorers. And I mean, so we have a group of people with a point guard, the veteran Brittany Zelli coming off the bench, that type of thing. We got a couple of post players in Ali Pavko and Liz Stevens that, they've been here for 4 years, so they have an idea what to expect. And, so senior leadership, senior abilities are going to be very crucial to us the rest of the way.
So you mentioned in there a lot of games, particularly in the second half of the season, where you've fallen behind double digits, had come back, been able to many of those games. One of those was against this Michigan Tech team, which you're going to be playing Wednesday, where you fell behind early, were down the second half, cut into a big deficit, had a chance to tie the game in the last 10 seconds, and fell just short. Got a good look there. What did you see in that first game, and kind of what do you think is going to help transfer into this one?
I think that the big thing is you're talking about a Michigan Tech team that has 3 or 4, again, crucial senior players. And we're talking about a team last year was a national championship finalist. The year before, they won the national championship. And they've got, with Hoyt and Lindstrom and Geisler, they've got people that have been all the way to the finals and made it to the Final Four and actually won a Final Four. So we're talking about an extremely veteran team. We're going to go to Michigan Tech. There's going to be at least 1,000 people to 1,500 people in that gym. It's a doubleheader that night. Their men are also in the first round hosting a game. So, that is a major, major step for us to take, to be able to go into a foreign gym with, 1,400, 1,500 visiting fans yelling at us, cheering against us, that type of thing. And I think what I'll probably talk to the girls about before the game is they have to look at those people as they're yelling and screaming for them, not against them. They're going to have to take that and channel that energy internally into what they're going to be trying to do.
And final question here. If there was one key, maybe something that you saw from that first game, or just a key that you think is going to be important for success Wednesday night, what would you say that is?
Well, we need to keep them from hitting their threes and keep Sam Hoyt from really killing us. I mean, she ended the season with a 37-point outing. Against us, she had 20. She was a co-leader. And they're a very, very good outside shooting team. So we need to really work hard on keeping them from scoring, as we did when we were here. And, we can't go out and shoot 20, 25%. We got to knock down 40%, 45% to really compete with them.
Well, Bob, thanks for joining us today. Congratulations on what's already been a remarkable season. And then best of luck Wednesday, and hopefully we'll be talking again before this weekend.
Right, I hope so, Kyle, because, we're looking forward to getting to that Final Four.
Storm fans, you can follow with live stats and audio of Wednesday night's game at LakeErieStorm.com, and there will be post-game recap and all the information you need for that game and potential future playoff games. For Kyle Aikens, I'm Bob Booher. Thanks for joining us today, and until next time, Ray John.